Tonight is my last night in my home, and basically I feel like Countrywide Home Loans stole my home.
Andrea and Ron Rogers are packing up their family's belongings because Countrywide foreclosed on their home. The mortgage company is evicting them tomorrow, just a few days before Thanksgiving.
The mortgage company lied to us. 2.5 years ago, they flat out lied to us, and I trusted them.
It was right after Hurricane Rita hit Texas in September 2005.
My wife called Countrywide, doing the right thing, saying, my husband wasn't able to work for a few days. Our payment's going to be a few days late. They pulled us into this payment suspension thing, and that's where it all started.
Like so many other families, the Rogers believed Countrywide wanted to help them with the company's hurricane relief program. But that offer of help turned into a broken promise the Rogers say ruined their lives.
Thanks a lot. Merry Christmas to you, Countrywide. Happy Thanksgiving. This is what you do.
Are you okay?
It's hard to tell your children that you're moving when you don't have another place yet to go to call home.
The Rogers say they didn't even want the emergency assistance, but Andrea was told they had no choice because their zip code fell within the declared disaster relief area. Countrywide told her not to worry. Their mortgage payments would simply be deferred.
When the suspension period is over, you will start paying just your regular monthly mortgage payments. You will not be penalized in any way.
Your rework programs are a sham. You lie, you deceive people, you tell them that you're going to suspend their payments and put them on the end, but that's not what you do.
The Rogers say Countrywide drove them into default and forced them to sign rework agreements they could not afford under threat of losing their home.
I feel like they intimidated us by sending the documents that said that we were delinquent and that we were going to be foreclosed on if we didn't sign these papers and return them by a specific date.
Here's what happens with Countrywide. They stick you in a rework. They tell you don't send them anything because it'll screw up their accounting. When they tell you they're not reporting it on your credit, they're reporting it on your credit. And be warned, while they're telling you to disregard the foreclosure notices, they have every intention of foreclosing on you.
I'm not just an account number, and that's what I want to tell whomever has the opportunity to see this.
See you in the morning.
We're a family, and you can't just disregard people and lie to them and then just turn your back. They purchased our home back. Our home was foreclosed on. It was not sold to an individual. Countrywide bought it back.
Love you.
I love you, Joe. It's a slap in my face. It's a slap in my children's face that, days before Thanksgiving, we're getting booted out of the house, and it's basically going to be vacant.
I know that's the last time that I'll tuck them in here, and it hurts, because I don't want it to be the last time. It hurts because I tell them to say their prayers that tomorrow's going to be a good day. And I just have to believe that it is.
And as we know, the Rogers are not alone.
Brian Ross investigates.
An ABC News investigative report recently exposed to the nation that Countrywide told the same thing to borrower after borrower, then reneged on that promise to help. One customer even got an admission on tape.
What they promised me was that it would be tacked on to the end of my loan.
A lot of people were told that, but it wasn't the case. Unfortunately, what had happened is we were hoping the banks wouldn't let us do it, and they wouldn't.
Everybody watch out. The sheriff will be coming by at some point to make sure that we're not here. If we happen to still be here, he will forcibly remove us. Bring your sticks.
This is eviction day for the Rogers, the final punch in a 2-year battle with Countrywide, one they still don't understand.
You're thinking, why am I being punished for being in a program that they offered?
What they call a deferment program ends up actually being a rework of your loan. It's not a deferment plan at all.
First of all, I shouldn't have been on a rework program because I was in a hurricane assistance program, so to me that's a different wording.
Because of these reworks, my $116,000 loan became a $121,000 loan. Then it became a $124,000 loan. Okay. finally up to a $127,000 loan.
My mortgage payment needs to be what it was before Hurricane Rita, because that's what you said was going to happen. There's no reason why it shouldn't be.
As the Rogers watch their kids enjoy one last normal afternoon in their neighborhood before the drastic change ahead, they're finding it hard to believe that Countrywide is once again offering emergency assistance to borrowers.
More than 1,000 acres charred in just a matter of hours.
This time, it's aid for the California fire victims.
I want to warn all the California fire victims. This is what you're in for. Be warned. Be warned.
So tonight, the Rogers leave their home for the last time.
We've called on renting houses, we've looked, but people who check your credit, they see a foreclosure.
I had a 6.25 interest rate fixed. You don't get that from having horrible credit, but now I have horrible credit.
We're going to stay in a hotel for a while until we can find the perfect home again.
This is where they'll stay for now.
This is the mortgage meltdown right here. I believe it's self-inflicted by these mortgage companies like Countrywide, and mainly Countrywide.
I'm worried about Christmas. I don't even want to imagine the thought of my children waking up in a hotel room on Christmas morning. It's not right. We shouldn't have gotten to this point.